McKenna Alexander will step in now. With a base open, you can bet Serafenko is going to try and dance around this zone and hopefully get a couple calls to go her way. Serafenko's third strikeout of the game in that last at-bat. Ball gets away. And up to third goes Conger. Excuse me, Lehner. 3-0. Outside just missed. And with a base open, Serafenko was taking no chances to the Big East powerhouse known as McKenna Alexander. Scott Hall will call time. They'll get together now and plan an attack. So we're coming up on 45 years of St. John's Red Storm softball. This is the 44th. It is a program that has seen some recent success in their history, where it's mostly hasn't gone that way. 15 Big East tournament appearances, 5 Big East championships here in their 44 seasons, 3-time regular season champions. They've definitely had some highlights. Hoping to keep. We are now live on YouTube. For anyone tuning in now, welcome on in. As we apologize that you weren't able to catch the beginning of this game. But hey, no runs have been scored. Only 5 hits total. We've had 1 review. And now it's runners on the corners with 2 outs here in the top of the third. Serafenko calls time. We'll do this over on the 0-1 count with 2 down here in the third. Serafenko sets, fires. That one's a strike. Down the second base. Goes Rachel Hunt, who came in the pinch run for McKenna Alexander. Swing and a miss by Serafenko. She gets her 4th strikeout in this one, and out of a jam she is. Top of the third ends. Red Storm will come to bat after this break. And back now here at Red Storm Field as the Red Storm will look to attack here in the bottom of the third inning. The center fielder, Jess Bianco, steps in, who has put on many of accolades as far as batting average-wise here in Big East play, but so far has struggled as the bunt gets down. Bianco is safe. Throw goes wide up the first base line, and Bianco will get to second, no problem. And maybe that will jumpstart the Johnny's offense here in the bottom of the third. Coming in now is our highlight player from our first game, London Slade. As she is one of the toughest outs in the entire country. She ranks 13th in Division I as the toughest to strike out this season. As that one goes up the middle for a base hit. Bianco getting waved around. Play at the plate. Can't make the catch, and she's safe. And the Johnnies go up 1-0. London Slade, once again, being a tough out. Nice piece of hitting there. Found a wide open hole. And as you see there, Ryan couldn't come up with the ball. And she was probably going to be out right there. But because of that small error, the Johnnies find themselves in the lead against the number 1 seeded Butler Bulldogs. Stepping in now is Alana Leshak as she fouls that one off, and the count goes even 1-1. The 1-1. Off speed again. Fouled off. And Leshak is in now to the hole 1-2. A senior from Wheatfield, New York. It's been a long-term Johnny and has stuck in the heart of the order ever since. Down the hole here, 1-2. This one gets popped in the center field. That one gets down. Slade had the hold up at second, so she'll get up to third. Nice jam shot by Leshak. And there's still no outs here in the bottom of the third for the Red Storm. And with runners on the corners and nobody out, here comes Anna Serafenko. That one's down low for ball 1. Anna Serafenko, Big East pitcher of the week in back-to-back weeks so far here in this 2026 season. And she's showing that off right now here in this one. But is looking to give herself some help with runners on the corners, as she was the only player last game with an RBI, 2 of them, as the final score was 3-2. And Butler took the first game of the series. That was on ESPN+. Serafenko grounds that one over to second. Graves over to first. Makes the play. Slade scores. And the Johnnies go up 2-0. Nice team play there by Anna Serafenko. And she gives herself some help, like I said. And here comes Natasha Limbani. Natasha Limbani, the junior from Ontario, Canada. Making it all the way across country. As that one gets slapped in the left field, the left fielder makes the play. There's Olivia Roberts out there, who's made a couple nice plays so far here in this 2-game set. Busy day to say the least, and there's 2 down here in the third. As we touched on Roberts earlier about her journey, about her softball journey, and how she's earned her spot here on this Butler Bulldogs team, as this one gets out into center field, and Lehner makes the catch. Cassidy Stouffer retired, and that's all for the Red Storm as they put up 2 runs here in the bottom of the third. Bulldogs with the response after this. Back here in Queens, and Kayla Price, the freshman, will step in now for the Dogs as they will look for a response after going down 2-0 just last inning. That one's down low for ball 1. Kayla Price definitely has her own fair share of accolades in the season before this one. Nice off-speed pitch by Serafenko. Doesn't get the call, and it's 2-0. She helped her team to 4 regional championships and a 2024 conference title. She's a 3-time all-conference selection, 2-time all-district honoree 1. She feels like she's at home here in Butler. She's coming from Wisconsin, which isn't too far. Most of the Butler recruits are from the local area. Most of them from Indiana, some from Wisconsin, some from Illinois. It's pretty impressive so far with the season that they've had. The 3-1. Right down the middle. Count goes full. Full count to Price. Serafenko. Inside. Swing and a miss. Serafenko's 5th strikeout starts the inning off hot. And she's definitely locked in, to say the least. Kelly Ryan steps in now for Butler. Fouls one off, and it's 0-1. Count 1-1, excuse me. Now it's 1-2. Kelly Ryan looking to make up that miscatch that she had on that play at home that got the Red Storm their first run of this game. As foul tip gets caught by Limbani. And Serafenko up to 6 strikeouts now. with 2 down here in the 4th. Serafenko back to work on strike 1. Down and away for ball 2. Or excuse me, ball 1. Dealing with some technical difficulties here so far this game. But we're powering through it. So that one gets fouled away. And Graves is in the hole 1 and 2. 2 outs, nobody on. Down low and the count goes even, 2 and 2. Graves looks at the 2-2. That one's just outside. Count goes full. Graves, another freshman in this lineup, back to back. Full count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Serafenko, dominant per usual. Red Storm back on the attack when we come back. Stepping in now is Ava Fierst as we are back here on YouTube for Red Storm Softball. 2 of the Big East top talents. Number 1 seeded Butler Bulldogs and the number 4 St. John's Red Storm here in Queens. Second part of a doubleheader as Butler took the first one 3-2 and Johnny's looking to split. It's Ava Fierce now, the local product from Farmingdale. Freshman taking over the first base spot for the Red Storm. Former Big East champs last season. Bunt gets laid down. Play is made by the third baseman, Kendall Graves. And there's 1 down here in the bottom of the 4th. Nice play there. Johnny's looking to play a lot of small ball, as they normally do these last 2 seasons. And it's done all right in this one, as now they find themselves up above the top-seeded Butler Bulldogs. And if they can pull this one out, they will look for the series win on Sunday. As Andrews grounds that one over the short. Roberts makes the play, but it's dropped by first baseman McKenna Alexander. And Meadows is safe with her 2nd time on base this game so far. McKenna Meadows really starting to lock it in at the plate. She recorded 1 hit last game. We'll see if that goes down as a hit for this one. As now the 9-hole hitter, Madison Konopka, grounds one to second base. Play is made. Out is the call. Nice diving play by Price. 2 down. I thought that one would sneak past like they've all been doing this game, or these last 2 games, but Price making the play on that one. She's had a busy day. There's 2 down here in the 4th inning. And here's the center fielder, Jess Bianco. Johnny's now up to 6 hits on the day. He's definitely been very busy on offense. But no lead is safe with this Butler Bulldogs team. When their pitching is locked in, they're very hard to beat. Dyer, the 1-1, swing and a miss by Bianco, and she's in the hole, 1-2. Rylan Dyer doesn't have the velocity. He's definitely a specialist, to say the least. When she hits her spots, her pitches are very confusing, as that one's outside. Count even, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 runs put up by the Red Storm last inning. Bianca, little jam shot. Over to first, nice play by Graves. And just like that, the Johnnies get shut down here this time in this 4th inning. And the Bulldogs will come back up to bat when we return. Back now here in Red Storm Field. As back-to-back Big East Pitcher of the Week honors for Anna Serafenko will go back to work here for the Red Storm, this time with a 2-0 lead. St. John's didn't lead the game once during the first game of this series, which was earlier today, starting at 12:30. Serafenko quick with it. That one just misses outside. Count goes even, 1-1. It's Olivia Roberts, who's had a very busy day out in left field. Junior from local Greenfield, Indiana, as this one gets grounded over to the third base. Meadows over to Fierce. 1 down here in the 5th. Back to the top of the lineup now for the center fielder, Kate Lehner. Lefty on lefty. Grounded back over to the pitcher. Serafenko knocks it down, scoops. One hopper over to first, couldn't make it in time. And Laner, the speedy Laner, is safe. It'll go down as a hit. If you take a look at it there, she was definitely good. She's definitely safe. And now it's Haley Conger who fouls off the first pitch for strike one. So there's been multiple times where Butler has knocked on the door on the base paths for the all-world Anna Serafenko, but she has not given up too much just yet. This one gets tapped over to third. Andrews takes her time and makes the play. Excuse me, Meadows. Now there's two down quickly here in the fifth. Now the second baseman, Kayla Price, who ended the last inning on a nice diving play. And like Olivia Roberts, has had a very busy day. That's in the dirt for ball one. As throw goes down the third on the stolen base, and she's safe. Kate Laner. Once she's on the base path, she is a tough out and will almost certainly steal a base. And she leads the Big East with 18. As that one's grounded past third baseman Meadows for a base hit. Price comes through, and the lead is cut in half for St. John's. Quick offense there by Butler, and they finally get to Anna Serafenko as they have their first run here in this ball game. Meadows has had a pretty good day out there in third base, but that one went a little too quick for her and gets past the hole. Butler has the half of the amount of hits that St. John's has. That one's in the dirt for ball two. Now you're in a dangerous spot with McKenna Alexander up to bat. Like I said before, ranks top 10 in the nation in 3 separate hitting categories. So if you're looking to watch some top-tier talent go at it right now, this is the moment. Anna Serafenko, Big East Pitcher of the Year in 2025. The all-world slugger, McKenna Alexander. Takes strike two. Count goes even. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here in the top of the 5th. That one's down low. Count goes full. Serafenko, the off speed, gets put into left field. And Slade makes the play. Nice running grab in foul territory. And Serafenko gets out of it with only 1 run. Johnny's coming to bat with a 2-1 lead after this. And speaking of, who just ended that last inning with a nice running grab in foul territory, is the left fielder, London Slade. And she'll look to get the Johnnies attack started here in the bottom of the 5th inning with the Johnnies up 2-1. London Slade, the junior from the DMV, Bowie, Maryland. She was a 3-sport athlete in high school, earning the most letters in her school's history with 7. The 1-0. Dyer puts it in there, and the count goes even 1-1. Slade only appeared in 10 matches last year, in 10 games, only making 3 plate appearances. And now has found herself in the 2-hole as that one gets grounded past the third baseman, Graves, up the line for a base hit. And Slade is on once again. And the Red Storm right back in action. Put it in the perfect spot to go the other way. Nice piece of hitting. And here comes the senior right fielder, Alana Leshak. Dyer gets her sign. First pitch. Inside, strike 1. Leshak 2 for 2 today. That one was down the middle, and it gets hammered out to left center field. Back is Lehner. It's gone! Alana Leshak puts the Red Storm out 4-1. That's her first home run this season for the senior in her final campaign. And quick offense by the Johnnies. And they find themselves out to a 3-run lead. Like I was saying before, if Dyer doesn't hit her spots, all of her stuff is off speed, not high velocity. And a hitter can pounce on it at any time. And there's a perfect example. We will have a pitching change now. And we will come back with the new pitcher for Butler after this. We are back now here at Red Storm Field with the new pitcher on for the Bulldogs. It is Maren Berger, the red shirt sophomore, as this one gets lofted into left center field and it's down. Lehner couldn't make the play, and Serafenko is on first. What a greeting for Maren Berger as she gets hit. She gives up her first hit. So we got to look at Maren Berger. Like I said, the redshirt sophomore from Snowflake, Arizona. She's the only West Coast product that is on this Butler team, with everyone else being around from the local area. great to see all these locals that are playing for their home schools and finding success, like the Butler Bulldogs, who are 7-0 so far in Big East Conference play. As Alyssa Platero pinch runs for Serafenko as she's out at second. On to first, double play. Graves started it. Once again with a nice turn. Limbani grounds into another double play. And quickly there's 2 down here for the Red Storm in the bottom of the 5th. And here comes Cassidy Stouffer now with 2 outs and nobody on. So that one's down low for ball 1. So Alana Leshak, the senior, with her first home run of the season, and puts the Red Storm up for another 2 runs here in this 5th inning, as well as them scoring 2 in the 3rd. Berger gets her sign, 2-0. Up and away, 3-0. Down and in. Ball 4, and Stouffer is on. And up now is Ava Fierce, who earlier got called for an obstruction on a tricky play over at first base. It was kind of a toss-up, and, you know, she had to come off the bag and come up the first base line to make the catch. Her foot was on the bag, but she gets hit by this one and now finds herself on base. So that obstruction led to the only Butler run so far here in this game. But they definitely made up for it on the offensive end so far, as McKenna Meadows, who is starting to get locked in at the plate, steps up. So this one gets popped in the right field. The second baseman Price is over, and she makes the play. Nice running grab. And St. John's puts up 2 runs. We are back here now with the Butler Bulldogs up to bat. And it's the shortstop, Olivia Roberts, who takes strike 1 from Serafenko. Roberts, who started all 48 games for the Bulldogs last season, played primarily shortstop and third base, which is where she's at right now, at shortstop. She finished third on the team with a .339 batting average. Also finished second on the team in sacrifice bunts. Something that we haven't seen too much from the Bulldogs here in these first 2 games of this 3-game set between the number 1 Butler Bulldogs and the number 4 St. John's Red Storm. As the matinee game will be played on Sunday, so a day off on Saturday due to the weather. And Sunday we will see how this series finishes up, as that one gets fouled off and the count goes to 1-2. Roberts was All-State second-team honoree as a senior, batting .456 as a junior in high school. She was third-team All-State in Indiana. Definitely got the eyes open of all the local schools, and she ends up staying home with Butler. That one stung her hands a little bit on the foul ball, and the count remains 1-2. Serafenko sets, fires. Check swing. Home plate umpire not going to check down for that one. Now he will. And it's no go. And the count goes even 2-2. 2-2. Swing and a miss on the outside. Serafenko wipes her away. And there's one down here in the 6th. Serafenko remaining dominant here in this start. She closed out last game with 2 innings pitched. I'm sure Michelle DePolo wanted to get her warmed up for this one, as they desperately need this game to salvage this series. Looking to split the doubleheader. The 1-0. Down low, 2-0. Lana Boydston grounds this one to third base. Foul ball is called. Boydston, the sophomore from Kenosha, Wisconsin. How's that one foul too, and now the count's even. She appeared in 34 games last season. Only started 18 of them, primarily playing catcher. Serafenko, the 2-2. That one gets lined past second. Diving try by Stouffer, no avail. And Boydston is on with 1 out. Scott Hall will come in now to make a change, as that one stung the hands of Boydston as well. All these jam shots from this game so far, you see all these players grabbing at their hands, as it's not very warm out there. As we will have a pinch runner now, and it's number 10, Emily Toder. So that one's down a little bit in the dirt for ball 1. It's playing in New York, as I was saying, cold weather, all the jam shots, ringing the hands. It's not easy playing in New York and on the East Coast in general, unless you're in like Florida. But so what's so surprising to me is that the Red Storm has found success getting the right recruits, building a good team, even with the difficulties in their facilities and with the weather, finding recent success. That one's inside for ball 2. There are tallies now of 4 players all the way from the West Coast the best one being Anna Serafenko from Chino Hills, California, who came all the way across country to pitch D1 for St. John's. Seems like she made the right decision and put herself in the right situation. Stacked up tons of Big East all accolades as that one is outside for ball 4. And Ryan gets on. So we will have a pinch hitter here coming in for Kendall Graves. And it will be number 4, Paxton Law. Sophomore from Carmel, Indiana, listed as utility, which many of these Butler Bulldog infielders are. That one's outside for ball 1. This one's punched over to first base. Fierce makes the play and makes the tag. It's a double play. Nice play by the first baseman, Ava Fierce. As she took that line shot, immediately turned around, dived into first base, makes the tag. And just like that, the Bulldogs are shut down here in the 6th inning. So we get another look at it right there. Red Storm coming up after this. Back here in Queens. And here's the shortstop, Madison Konopka. She swings and fouls that one off. Marenberger still out there pitching for the Bulldogs. After Ryland Dyer gave up 4 runs, which is the exact number that she gave up during her start against Seton Hall this past week. Red Storm putting up the identical amount of runs against her. The 1-1 from Berger. Outside, and it goes 2-1. That one's down in the dirt. I was incorrect about the last time I announced the count. It's even now, 2-2. Two and 2 to Konopka. Inside, jam shot, foul. Madison Konopka has had her fair share of high moments here with the Red Storm so far this season. Already tallying a home run as this one gets punched into right field for a base hit. Nice piece of hitting for Konopka. And she leads off the Red Storm right with a single. And now it turns over to the top of the lineup. Takes that inside pitch and lines it right past the second baseman, Price. And now here comes Jess Bianco. That one's outside. Ball one. Bianco shows bunt, pulls back. It's outside again for 2-0. It's like I've said before in the previous appearances for Bianco. Not too far off from London Slade being one of the toughest outs in the nation. In her senior campaign from Cherry Hill, New Jersey, making every at-bat count. Always driving up the pitch count. Fouling off anything she can. Finds herself up 3-0, right down the middle, strike one. Tallying 28 stolen bases last season. And she recently hit 500 career stolen bases. As she went there on the bunt attempt, and the count goes full, 3-2. Full count. Bianco fouls that one off, and we'll do it again. So her favorite sports team is the Philadelphia Eagles, who don't play too far from here. Only about an hour-and-a-half drive here from Queens, New York. Not too far from there is Washington, D.C., where the men's basketball team tonight will face off against Duke in the Sweet 16 as Bianco looks at that one for strike three. 2 down here in the 6th inning. And up now is the dangerous London Slade, who has made her presence felt so far in this one. Recorded a very important hit to start that Red Storm rally in the 5th inning. She takes strike one. Like I said, all-around talent in high school, playing volleyball and track. And earned 7 varsity letters, being from Bowie, Maryland. The 1-1. Slapped foul, and the count goes to 1-2. Love to get some more insurance here against this potent Butler Bulldogs offense. You want to give yourself the biggest cushion you possibly can. You know that Anna Serafenko is going to hopefully be consistently just as dominant in these closing innings, but no guarantees as Slade check swings. And she went around for strike three. 2 down here in the 6th inning. And here comes the right fielder, Alana Lishak, who hit her first home run of the 2025 season earlier in this one. Took a pitch inside and lifted it out to left center field, and it went over the wall. Berger gets her sign, the 0-1. That one's down low. Count goes even, 1-1. Anna Lishak now leads her team in RBIs with 26 after that home run. And Natasha Limbani right behind her with 22. This one's popped into the infield. Catch is made by Graves. And the Red Storm are shut down here in what possibly was their final offensive inning, as Anna Serafenko will look to close it out for the Red Storm here to get the series split in the doubleheader after this. We are back now with the Red Storm looking to close it out and get the series split against the Butler Bulldogs, who are undefeated so far in conference play at 7-0. So if the Red Storm hold on here, they will drop to 7-1. They will claw their way back where they find themselves in 4th place. As this one quickly gets grounded past the third baseman, McKenna Meadows, for a base hit. And the Butler Bulldogs come knocking on the door here in the 7th inning. Anna Serafenko, who had 12 complete games in her last season, looking to pick one up right now in this one. That one's down and away for strike 1. Caught the spot. Serafenko, who went 1-3 today, giving up a hit right there. That one's a swing and a miss for strike 2. Serafenko, Big East pitcher of the week. After recording 2 victories and a save when leading St. John's to a 4-0 weekend. Hit a grand slam and recorded her 590th career strikeout during that time. That one's popped up in the center field, and Meadows makes the grab with 1 down. So we're on milestone watch here for Anna Serafenko. With 1 down here in the 7th inning, we could possibly see her 600th career strikeout right now. Pressure's on. Serafenko, strike 1. Haley Conger, who was a tough out in the first game, but this game finds herself 0-3 against Anna Serafenko, up and away for ball 1. As St. John's absolutely needed a game like this from Anna Serafenko in conference play. Non-conference has been exceptional for the Red Storm, but once they find themselves in conference play, it hasn't been all sunshines and rainbows for them, as that one was down and in. Butler's side of this crowd doesn't agree with that call, but Conger is in the hole, 1-2. Serafenko sets, fires. Just outside, count goes even, 2-2. Conger leads the conference in runs per game, so don't want to let her get on. This one's a little jam shot to second base. To second, Konopka to first. Conger beats it out, and the inning continues with 2 down. And here's the second baseman, Kayla Price. First pitch, fouled back to the net. It's 0-1. 10 hits for the Red Storm today. Serafenko looking for her 10th strikeout, which would be history for her. The 0-1. Outside for ball 1, just missed. Three errors here for Butler in this game. Could possibly tell the story in this one. This one's in the center field. Back goes Bianco. She's under it. Close to the track. She makes the grab. And the ball game is over. Anna Serafenko picks up the win with 9 strikeouts. She was the one to look to in this game. And the Red Storm come away with the victory for the doubleheader split. And they will look to secure the series win on Sunday right here at Red Storm Field. A nice win for the Red Storm. Alana Leshak with her first home run here in this game. And her first of the season to put the Red Storm out to a 4-1 lead. A nice all-around victory for the Johnnies. And they will be right back at it after a day off on Saturday. As we hope you enjoyed this presentation of Big East Softball here on St. John's Red Storm TV. For Michael D'Angelo and the entire crew in the truck, outside of the truck, we will see you next time here at Red Storm Field on Sunday. And have a great day, everybody.